There's something about bringing people to this place, which has just such a weird history. You know, it started as a commune. It was a hippie commune.
There were a couple of priests that lived here, as I understand it. They had a vegetable patch. They helped feed the neighbors. It was very 60s. I imagine there were a lot of bad bell bottoms at that point here.
It's not a camp. It's not a church camp. And it's not really even a proper conference center. And yet you bring people here and it's quiet and they get among the trees and stuff happens. We've had some of our very best vestry retreats here.
I keep coming back to Emrich because of the quiet. I can hear the birds. I can hear them now. And the quiet space just offers a wonderful spiritual cleansing and replenishing to me.
The sound of silence, the sound of birds, the presence of deer, all of this makes it much more on point to my heart.
When I come here to these 26 acres that back to 5,000 acres of one of the best state parks in the lower peninsula of Michigan, Brighton State Park, when I walk down those trails, it's like I'm in a green cathedral.
It is in the middle of the diocese. It is like so close to I-96 and it's near Ann Arbor and it's kind of halfway between Lansing and Detroit, and yet we're out in the middle of the woods. We're out in the middle of nowhere. You drive down a dirt road, you feel like you're somewhere in the UP.
People get hung up, I think, a lot on the buildings here at Emrich for a lot of reasons. And I'm with them. The buildings aren't my favorite here. It's the land. This is our green space in the diocese. We don't have any other green space that we can call a part of our ministry. Emrich is that space where we could do all sorts of amazing things with or without these buildings. We need to think bigger. We need to expand our vision and really come up with something that holds our values and says, yes, this is part of us. We are the Episcopal Church here in southeastern Michigan, and this ministry, whatever that will be, is going to reflect that, and we will feel good about it, and we will be excited about it, and people will come to hear about the Episcopal Church through what we're going to be doing at Emrich.
We are stewards of all of our properties and all of our spaces and all that, God allows us to be, has given us this great gift, and we're responsible for it. And joyfully so, to see what it can, not what can the property do for us, but what can we do for the property, and how, and what can the property do for others in our ministry and in this diocese. I think there's just so much potential because God gave it to us. There has to be so much potential.
This place, you can come here and you can put your feet down and you can stand on the land. And when you stand there and you look at the sky and you hear the birds and you see the trees and you feel the life underneath you, you feel the dirt and the grass and the worms and the maggots and the creepy things and the fungi, where the trees talk to each other chemically and tell each other what's going on. When you can stop and do that, you realize that this land is a creature. It's not just a piece of property that someone owns, but it is a living thing that has its own dignity and identity and rights as much as any other human being or creature of God would have. And I think that's what we need to honor here, is the inherent createdness of this place as God's little expression right here. And if nothing else, this could be a first fruits of what authentic and caring use of land might be.
I don't know what the future of Emrich's going to be, but I think coming together with lots of different people from our diocese, I think we could figure it out. And I think it might be something very different than what we've done before, or maybe close to what we've done before. I don't know. But I do know that in the midst of climate change, how we use this land is going to matter and be connected to how we are using all of the land that we as humans have some stewardship of. And I think that's an opportunity that I don't want us to waste. And so I'm excited. And I'm excited for us to be able to do this in this part of our diocese.
I have no idea about what the future holds for Emrich, but I have 1,000 ideas about what the possibilities could be.